everyone, Sir Heroscape here today, coming at you with another installment of Ranking Heroscape Age of Annihilation. Today, Glinerva is on the chopping block. Just before we do, again, we're trying to reach 4,000 subscribers. We're doing a stopgap at 3,500. We're doing tons of giveaways. Subscribe, right? There's going to be tons of giveaways. In order to get in that giveaway, though, you need to comment on the giveaway video in the description and at the end of this video. There's a bunch of stuff. Go check it out. It's, you know, I'm excited just to give you guys a bunch of cool stuff for all the support that I've been getting. So get excited. Additionally, Age of Annihilation Waves 1, 2, and 3 are all available to order. Everyone's getting their stuff and playing and going to tournaments. Get your stuff now while you can. Get it pre-ordered. Wave 3 has been announced. If you already plan on buying Heroscape, by all means, please help support the channel and use the affiliate link in the description. And get excited because more stuff continues to come out. We've got stuff coming in February, stuff coming in April. They are just pumping it out, and new content is just flowing. So get your wallets ready, get excited. Glinerva the Kiri Warrior is a unique hero, obviously. Kiri, Warrior, Fearsome, Medium 5, all pretty standard, no additional synergies there. Stat block wise, 5 life, 6 move, 1 range, 3 attack, 3 defense. For 90 points, that in and of itself, very average. Again, notable that the move is 6, which is above average speed, but everything else is fairly, you know, boilerplate, template. That's awesome, right? 90 points, again, feels solid. Now, when we look at her abilities, obviously that adds to that. And so let's take a look and see the impact because they're crazy. So she has flying. That's notable, again, with 6 move. That means she should be able to get height pretty regularly. Hanwi's Darkness, this is kind of a ridiculous ability. When you reveal an order marker, okay, not on her, just any time. This is a passive ability. When you reveal an order marker, you may also reveal the X order marker on Glinerva the Kiri Warrior to activate Hanwi's Darkness. Until you next reveal an order marker, Glinerva and all small, medium, and large figures within 5 spaces of her, remember, 10 space radius, or diameter, but within 5 spaces of her cannot target, so they can't shoot, or be targeted by non-adjacent figures with a normal or special attack. This is bonkers, okay? We'll get to it in a minute. Let's read Concealed 17. Concealment 17 is exactly like you would read it on Brave Arrow or the Mohicans, okay? So if you're targeted and you receive a wound and it's from a figure not adjacent, you roll a d20 and you count the minimum number of spaces between you and the figure targeting you. And if you roll 17 or higher, you don't take any damage. You add that count. So if they're shooting you from 9 spaces away, you add 9 to your roll. So if you roll an 8. Sorry, if you roll an 8 and they're 9 spaces away, then you rolled a 17, right? So it's pretty easy to just not take damage from non-adjacent figures the farther away they are. So that's really cool. That makes her really tough to pin down. Now, if Hanwi's Darkness is active, then they don't even get to attack her, let alone use concealment. So, like, if Hanwi's Darkness isn't active, she gets concealment to deny attacks. And then if Hanwi's Darkness is active, then they can't even attack her anyway. So, kind of crazy. It's like hyper counter range, which is just really cool. Hanwi's Darkness, I don't know how good it's going to be in like a staple standard, you know, competitive format. I can see it being really, really good as we continue to learn how to use it. For example, if we're talking, just in a straight up melee battle, it obviously doesn't make any sense. But if you're building an army and you kind of know that the format's going to lend itself to more range, or if the maps tend to be a little bit more range friendly, or whatever the case is, if you anticipate there being range, she is going to be an insanely good unit to just throw in your army for 90 points just to be like hey, you can't do anything to me. Another notable thing about her is that she's going to be insanely good for draft formats where you can draft and counter draft and your opponent grabs range and you're like, heck yeah, I'm going to grab Glinerva, so you just can't do anything, right? Because it's a passive ability, you can be taking turns with other units, drop the X on her, and then all of a sudden, for a turn, you just can't be attacked, right? Which really screws up your opponent's plans if they have it on range. And so it's a really, really cool design. I think it's got a lot of opportunity. I can see it being draftable for units that really want to get up close and personal before getting attacked. So like, I think it would be interesting to try and mess around with throwing her in with like Knights of Weston, where you can just drop her in kind of like a Raylan would, and you just drop her in the middle of the map and you just let her be there. And then you just develop your knights, and when you feel like it's an important turn and you're facing, we'll just say 10th Reg or 4th Mass or whatever, your Q9, whatever you're facing, you just say, I think you're probably going to attack me this next turn. So you drop the X on, and your opponent just can't do anything for that turn. So you just keep developing, keep moving. And what's really cool is that if you prime it correctly, you can go 2 full turns where your opponent does absolutely nothing, right? Where they just can't attack you. Because, I mean, imagine where you go like on a turn 3, you reveal the X, your opponent goes turn 3, can't attack you for their turn 3, and then you win initiative, and then on your turn 1, you drop the X, and they can't attack you for their turn 1. And then that's 2 full turns where you've either developed or been attacking them where they can't shoot back at you. And that's just really, really interesting, right? I think there's some really cool things that you can pull off with that ability. So I would say that the hyper counter range ability here is going to be really good once we start figuring out how to make it useful. I haven't seen a lot of people playing with her lately, but please let me know in the comments what you think. But I think she's just really cool and is going to have some really cool applications. So if I were to rank her right now, I'm dropping Glinerva at a B+. I don't think she's A- quite yet. I could see her getting to that point. She's a solid B+. I think A- will only be if the top players really start understanding how to use her and she starts being like really, really good. Again, like I said, I think there's a lot of opportunity where you can use her to deny attacks on a turn 3, win initiative, deny attacks on a turn 1, and that's 2 full turns your opponent just never got attacks. Now keep in mind it's still very situational because it's only range attacks, right? So in a melee conflict, she's useless, right? So it's really only going to be hyper relevant in ranged armies or facing a ranged army, right? So again, I don't know that she's really at that A- level yet, but solid B+ because I think she's got a lot of opportunity where you can drop her into any army and she can just be there as a safeguard against any range opponents. So B+ it is for Glinerva. Let me know what you think. Thank you guys for watching, and we will see you guys next time.